Oh my god, I look freaking awful. Hi. Hang on, I'm still setting up. It's so freaking hot in the here. Oh, my, that's just freaking awful angle for me. Give me a second. Nope. Is that better? Why do I look so awful? Let's see. Maybe here like this, maybe. Hey guys, hey. Hey, what's up guys? Hello. So hang on. I'm still setting this up. Give me 1 second. Uh, let's see. How are you guys? No, I'm setting up the live stream so we can have two screens and so that we can have the second screen on here. Hey Janmed, hey. Brrr. No, with text with a chat. Here we go. It's this one. I'm here. The chat is here, and the screen is ah. It's right here. Let's see. Chat. Uh, da, 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 da. It's this light, dude. Because the light is blue, it's like the light is not a good color for my face. Let's see. And I guess I'm ugly. Oh, let's see. No. Give me 1 second. I'm just, I'm waiting for this to be set up. Am I late already? Oh my God, I'm already late. Oh, uh, no. All of a sudden, I forgot how to use my computer. Let's see. Dashboard. And here we go, live stream. Hey guys, hey, hey. And here it is. Copy your website address, close this, and here we go. Chat, properties, new chat, paste, okay. Here we go. My signal just freaking lagging. Let me see, so I think this is good now. Yep, okay, good. We can close this. Here's the chat. Know what it is. Tested it, it's right there. I think it's shift. No, control or option maybe. Here we go. It's option. Here you go. We're good. Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. If you do not know who I am, hello, I am Efren Rodriguez Guerrero, fitness professional, and this live stream is going to be a little bit different than the other live streams. So today we're going to be talking about narcissism, sociopathy, and hang on, and we're going to have simple conversations about life. Plus, here we go. And hey, Janmed, how are you? Hey, Janmed, what's up? Hey, guys. I'm still not over how this tricep is fatter than this one. It's like why? Okay, so first of all, I wanna explain to you guys a little bit more about. Hang on, where is it? Notes. So I have a video, guys, that I want to show you, and sociopathy is something that is, how do you say, that isn't as known as I wish people would understand it. And look, the truth is that there are a lot more sociopaths that we can possibly imagine. And sociopathy is well, gang stalking and narcissism and overall narcissistic abuse or psychological abuse of any person is derived from sociopathy. Look, in this video that we're about to watch, it's the story about a girl whose life got fundamentally changed because a group of people decided to give her a lie. Look, we're gonna watch the video and then we're gonna discuss it. I might pause it in between, but look, just pay attention because this is from Smosh, and this Smosh show, what they do is that they simply put stories and they discuss the story. So I thought this video was really important because it literally explains to us all of the things that pretty much happened to the girl after she experienced such a thing. So look, are you guys ready? Okay. So look, let's play it. Hang on.
Today I found out that everyone else was.
Listen.
A year ago, I, a 27-year-old woman, broke up with my lying boyfriend, a 27-year-old man. Today I found out that everyone else was lying and he was being truthful.
No. Oh
I
my
think I submitted this
God.
story.
What?
I found this story. I remember sending it to you guys.
I'm already sad.
This story is crazy.
Listen.
A year ago, I was about to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh, with whom I was head over heels in love, when one of my closest friends said that Josh had shown them a nude photo of me on his phone when he was drunk during a party. 5 or 6 more.
Notice how awful the story is. And notice that all of her friends are telling her this story. Notice that it's 6 people, guys. 6 people corroborating a single story.
Of my friends corroborated the story and told me that Josh also talked in extreme detail about our sex life when showing the photo. It was sickeningly detailed. This did not sound at all like Josh. When I asked him what the was going on, he denied everything. He eventually got very angry and started calling all of my friends liars. At one point, he showed up at my place while some of them were visiting, and things got a little physical. It was really a very strange turn of events in my life. Josh seemed so worked up, and all of my close friends were calling him a liar. Josh had taken photos of me on his phone, which I know was stupid, but heat of the moment and everything. So I trusted my friends and I broke up with Josh. It was heart-wrenching. Josh begged me to believe him. He started tearing up, nearly punched the wall, and left angrily. I was really grossed out at the time and felt super conflicted. A few months later, I started dating one of the friends, Alex, who had told me about Josh showing everyone the photo. All of my friends were pushing me to date Alex at the time. We didn't really sync, and it didn't go past a few months, but we remained friends of sorts. So today, another friend sent me a message that said he just wanted to get something off his chest. The story about Josh wasn't true, and they were really trying to get me to date Alex. So they made up that story about Josh. After talking to a few of the other people, including Alex, it's all come out that they were lying. It was this fucking orchestrated bullshit event that totally changed my life forever. Apparently, they hated Josh and thought he was bad for me and an asshole. That was my fucking decision. I'm shaking right now. I cried in the office bathroom for about 2 hours afterwards. I loved Josh so much. We were planning a life together, and I've been friends with that group since high school. What the fuck? I guess I'm supposed to stop talking to my friends, right? I cannot possibly come back from this and still talk to them, right? This basically nukes my group of friends. But how could I even look at them again?
So notice that 6 people corroborated a story that was false. You guys see that, right? So, and this fake story, because there were so many people involved in the situation, it had a very real impact and it had a very specific result in the life of this person. Look, when a lot of people are telling you a story that is true, it's stupid to not believe them. Because it sounds impossible that so many people would agree to say a single story that matches that the story is consistent through the eyes of so many people. It would be stupid to not believe the major groups. That's exactly what happened to me in gang stalking. A bunch of people believed that I was an a-hole, and these people decided to just make all of these rumors about me to destroy me. And this is where it gets crazy that literally, if the group is big enough, anyone can say anything they want about you. And people will believe it because so many people are chipping in on the same story. That is the power of gang stalking. The people can literally create a narrative so they can build a version of you that doesn't exist in the minds of other people.
So I need closure with Josh. Can I call him? Should I call him? Should I unblock him on Facebook and message him? What do I do?
Oh, honey.
That's a nightmare.
Oh my God.
That's a nightmare situation. Like, because it's one of those things. when I was reading this the first time, I remember being like, oh my God, that's insane. I wish she hadn't believed them. But I'm like, if 6 of your friends
Exactly.
corroborate a story, I would say you're stupid for not believing 6 people.
Yeah.
So it's got to be that's like a life-altering thing to have 6 people orchestrate something like that against you, because it would ruin me forever.
It does.
Yeah.
I'd never trust anyone again.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, the first and most obvious answer is that they're not your friends.
No.
Did you see that? So these people did this to this girl because they didn't like this partner, and enough people didn't like this person, so they wanted to separate them. This is why it's so important for you to really pay attention to what to the intentions of people, because this no one would like the only reason that you guys are seeing this is because the people confess what they did to her. But in gang stalking, no one ever confesses to anything. No one is gonna confess to anything because if they do, the damage is so severe that they can end up in prison. So this is a simmered down version of gang stalking. But gang stalking is malicious towards the victim. They tell everyone that you're crazy. They tell everyone that you're all of these things, that you're a pedo, that you're a narcissist, that you're all of these awful things. And guess what? In the end, these people feel justified in messing with you because everyone has this group of people has already painted you as this awful person. So it becomes easy for people to destroy you. It becomes easy for people to attack you because everyone believes this false narrative about you. It's something that literally like it nearly drove me insane. And the only reason that I came out of it is because I understood what gang stalking was. You know what I mean? So notice that everyone told this girl that the boyfriend did something. So gang stalking is like the gang stalking that drives people crazy is much more sinister because a huge group of people tell a single person that they are being observed by the government, that they did something that they cannot be put in jail for. A lot of these crazy things, and in the end, because there's so many people telling you that something is true, you will believe the narrative that is being imposed onto your mind by this huge group of people. Let's keep watching the video.
Never, ever, ever talk to them again.
Yeah.
So very clearly that's definitely going to affect so much because again, it's similar to the story where she was like, this is going to blow up my life. Like, it's obviously going to hurt to lose your network, your community that you have built. These 6.
That's the hardest thing, guys, is that when it's because it's hard to believe that so many people will be turned against you, and you don't realize that so many people are turned against you because everything that they do is based on lies and on gaslighting. So it's hard to have the initial belief that such a big group of people that have always been there for you, all of a sudden want to destroy you.
Close friends from high school to have them turn on you, but it's unfortunately so clear that they are not your friends. They
Exactly.
can never be a part of your life again.
And that's the thing, is that this group of people that were your friends, all of a sudden aren't. They simply aren't your friends. And in gang stalking, what it does is that it puts you in the worst light anyone could possibly put anyone in. So this itself results in a bunch of people actively trying to destroy you, breaking your things, sabotaging you. They feel justified because everyone believes that you are such an awful person.
How devastating is that to lose a group of friends like that?
Yeah.
Devastating. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But that's so much worse than a breakup, I think.
Something similar-ish
absolutely.
happened to me when I was in high school.
What? The
Trevor messaged me on my birthday.
Look, I'm really drunk right
Oh
now.
my God. No, I won't get
Carlac. Anyways,
Oh
check
my
out this
God.
meme.
They're all connected.
No, it wasn't
Let's see.
completely the same, but I had a group of friends, and there was one person in the group of friends that was lying to everybody else about me and things that I was doing. And so then I kind of slowly got pushed out and not invited to things, and then I didn't find out until like a year afterward what that person was saying about me. And so like for Josh's name, I kind of can sort of feel, not obviously not as extreme, but I like that feeling for him has got to be so awful to be like, no, I was telling the truth the whole time. And like, I had so much shitty, it's like so many shitty things happen to me because of that, and be helpless to do anything.
It's so menacing.
Yeah.
I don't get people who do that. Like to lie, just lie about someone on that level is so wild to
So
me.
I mean,
that's sociopathy, guys. That's sociopathy and narcissism. These people, like sociopaths, know that someone can lie their way into ostracizing someone. So if a single person can destroy your entire community, imagine what a group of people can do. So Lex Vasquez is saying, seems like those friends were too comfortable hurting her like that. They probably lied about something to her in high school to test her trust. Yeah, yeah. So, oh, welcome. Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex Vasquez. Lex Vasquez. Hey, welcome. Good to see you here. So, just notice how rampant sociopathy is, because sociopaths are the types of people. For example, if I don't want you to hang out with someone, like if I have a best friend and I don't want my best friend to talk to you, I can talk to the person that is stealing my friend from me, and I can talk shizzle about my best friend so that you wouldn't want to be their friend. And I'm gonna tell you, this is exactly what happened with a potential partner. This is what happened with a potential partner. Like I was hanging out, and then our friend told me, oh, that person has AIDS. That person has AIDS, and that person is this and this and that, and these people were best friends. They were best friends, guys. They were best friends, but the other best friend was like, I ended up going with the other one, with a shit talker. And I didn't have the experience nor the foresight to understand this type of behavior. So whenever anyone just feels comfortable telling you deep secrets of someone, because telling someone that they have AIDS is super sinister. You know what I mean? That's something super sinister. What, even if it's true or not, it's something really, really insane. You know what I mean? But imagine, like, if your best friend, like this person told me, oh, he's my best friend. This person is my best friend, and then this person is telling me that his best friend has AIDS. You know, like imagine how insane that is to actually share a super private thing. You know, a secret, and just be sharing it to put the other person in a bad light so you wouldn't date them. Like that's betrayal. That's betrayal, Drew. That's betrayal. And I didn't understand betrayal. So this in itself, just take this as a, how do you say, as a warning that you really cannot trust everyone. Like you really cannot trust everyone, but you have to be careful. You have to be really careful with the things that you share with people. For example, the reason that the reason that these friends had the bullet, which is the information that the boyfriend took pictures of the girl, is because the boyfriend told him told the group of friends, or the girlfriend or the girl told the group of friends. So that's how they got that bullet, because one of those two told to the group of friends that in that part of intimacy. So it's really important where you shouldn't really, well, aside from not allowing your friend to take pictures of you naked with your face on it like that, that shouldn't be on anyone's phone. That it really shouldn't, because it can be used against you. And look, it's fun to send like a D pic, but don't send it with like your face. You know what I mean? Like if you wanna send something, you wanna make sure that it cannot be traced back at you. Like overall, that's just a really dangerous route, because you never know the person until you know the person. Like we're never really done. You're never really done knowing people, but it typically takes for anyone to see like the red flags. It takes like 2 to 3 years. My relationships typically have lasted like 2 years, because of the red flags. That's how long it has always taken me to see all of the red flags. But now I don't. And 2 years of sustaining red flags is a long time, a really really long time. So look, now we're gonna move from this, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a Facebook group, dude, about where I participate in. I'll participate in, because I want to show you. I want to show you guys something. So look. So here in this, hang on, in this, in this group chat, or Facebook group. Oh, here we go. Hang on, sorry. So I share my videos. So you guys have remember this video, right? Where I told you guys about the actual evidence of gang stalking, where I actually show you the evidence um, where these people have actively tried to drive me insane. Do you guys want to watch it, or we good? So in this video, I share with you the information where someone says something in an email and then repeats a particular sentence. If you guys haven't watched it, I'm gonna show you the parts that I'm talking about. Just a little bit, okay? I'm not gonna play the whole thing. It's narcissistic for me to show you guys a video of myself.
A
Okay,
concise way
so
of explaining gang stalking
look.
is a group of people building an alternate narrative into your life by implication. Gang stalkers never tell you that they're watching you. They never tell you that they're trying to destroy you, but they are. Primarily because this group of perpetrators,
Okay.
psychopaths.
Okay. I'm gonna give you guys just a short version of the video. So what happened here is that if you guys haven't been here before, so gang stalking is where a bunch of people, like we watch, conspire to bring someone down and to drive someone crazy. Um, and the importance of gang stalking is to leave no evidence. Hey Christina, hey, I hope you're doing good. What up? Oh, because the shirt it doesn't let my tricep flap. It can't clap. I'm sorry, I cannot make it clap for you guys. So so here the story is pretty much where um, people tell you that, look, in gang stalking actually involves people hacking your devices. And look, I'm telling you, there's people that know how to look at your screen remotely. Don't worry, Christina. Don't worry. You're here. Thank you so much. So people actively will access your screen remotely, and they will tell you indirectly that they saw what you were looking at. Typically, they do this by saying something to you that has to do with something that you were looking at in your screen.
like something embarrassing, because that way you know that they know what you're looking at. For example, look, this is going to be a little out there, but I was watching a a fat chick getting railed by a black dude, and I got an email. Look, I can actually share the email. I got an email showing of a person that I had never met before. Hang on, let me pull out the email. Um, okay, I found it. Look, and look in this email. Look, so remember what I told you about, right? Like I told you that I was looking. Hey Nate, how are you? Welcome. So remember that I was telling you guys that there was that I was watching some spicy content of a fat dude and ah, a in a white woman getting railed by a black dude. So look, so when I was watching it, look, I got this on July 26th, and at 10:30 at 10 at this time. And look, this was around the time that I was watching the content. It was early. I had to like, bust one out. I just needed it. And and look, when I was watching that, I got a notification on my phone that described exactly what I was looking at. This is what it said. Are you stalking my fat wife's black boyfriend? He's a proud black man that loves fat white women. So I got this email while I was watching the content, while I was watching the spicy content on my phone. So this person literally was telling me indirectly that these people somehow was able to see what I was looking at on my phone. So I just played it off because the truth is that I don't care anymore. I really don't care. I used to care. I used to care, and this caring brought me trouble because knowing your private stuff, a group of people knowing your private stuff will impact you. You know what I mean? Especially if it's something embarrassing. Because like what I like to watch on in spicy content is it's a lot. Like I watch a lot of crazy things. I don't watch them anymore. Okay, Christina, thank you for being here, Christina. Thank you. I don't watch a lot of it anymore, but when I would, I would get kind of like kinky. So ah, so look, then I just played it off and it said, actually, I'm stalking your fat wife's black boyfriend's cousin. So yeah, so I was just playing around with him. But look, so this guy, so this Josh Weaver. First, keep in mind, I have never met this Josh Weaver before. I've never met him, and he said this is what he said. Look, I've been defecating. Pay attention to this sentence because it's really important. He says, I have been defecating in Walmart bags and tossing them in your yard unnoticed, along with my wife's boyfriend's cat Shizzle. So, look, so notice that you guys know that I vacuum my lawn, right? You guys know that I have vacuumed my lawn because I have an electric lawnmower and I use it like if it was a vacuum cleaner. But look at also what this person is implying. This person says, "I see you vacuuming your yard. We see everything, papi, manjatu." I don't know what the hell that means. So then he says, "Black man love them some fat, lazy, disgusting white woman." Boy, I tell you. So so this person keeps pushing up this story about the feces, right? This person keeps talking about the Walmart bags, like Walmart bags. Do you guys see that? I've been defecating in Walmart bags and put them in your yard unnoticed. So look, so I was live streaming, dude, and look, I have to screenshot this because I know it's a hard thing to believe. I was where is it?
I was I was live streaming and I got this watch. Hang on. So look, hang on. But look, it wasn't a spam. Hang on, let me show you. Oh yeah, I remember. I look awful in the screenshot. Actually, I remember. No, no, no. Hang on. I know I just sent it. Oh, hang on. Was it 14? No. Was I in the house? No, no. No, it wasn't here. It was before this. Yeah, give me 1 second. So I created it. So it's November 5th, 19, November 27. Is November 27? Or November 27. It has to be November 27. It's probably this one. No, it just happened. Maybe November 16? No. Oh, I can't believe I can't find it. I mean, they blew up your email up like that repeatedly. Yeah, no, so watch. Um, is it this number 19? I think it's this one. I remember I looked freaking awful, and no, it's not this one. And no, where is it? Give me a second. I'm gonna just try and like this. It's not, no, it wasn't this one. Then, no, three, no, one, two, three, four, no. Oh my God, no, that's funny. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you in the video because I think it would be easier for me to find it in the video. Hang on. Okay, here it is. So, really commercial, really commercial. Hola, Gatsrak, buenos noches. And look, guys. So, so look, this was a screenshot from the live stream. And look, so look what it says. My neighbor keeps pooping in Walmart bags and throwing them over my face, over my fence. How do I stop them? You see this? And and look, so all of this is said by implication. It's all implication. The whole thing with the Walmart bags, guys. Buenas noches means good night or good evening. In Spanish, good evening and good night is the same thing. So so here you have the whole Walmart thing. So notice that all of it is implication. So you have a bunch of people implying that they watch what you're doing, that and this is the thing is that the only reason that I have this evidence is because these people cannot interact with me
in any other way because I don't have any. I have social media, but I have blocked a bunch of people. And here in the live streams, how do you say? Um, oh yeah, in the live streams, everything has to be written, so I can screenshot everything. I can screenshot everything, but these things happen in person. Like I'm gonna in another instant, I was watching some corn of like a man wearing lingerie. He was getting railed, and then like I was at work, and then a coworker literally said, at least I don't watch men wearing women's clothes getting pounded, something along those lines. So notice that again, it's an implication. So Lex Vasquez says the F, someone must be bored or bug you with all of that BS and watch or in silence what's wrong with people. So this is the thing is that it is a thing that a group of people do. It's a thing that people do do in groups for fun. So Gemma is asking, so what was the point of him saying that if he never threw poop in your lawn? It just seems super random. So, but notice that the randomness is like it looks random, right? And it's so, but notice that there is an implication. It's not the words. It's not the words. It's it's not the words, guys. But it is the implication that it represents. You know what I mean? So it's a harassment, yeah. So it's harassment, and it's not the words. Like the words don't mean anything, but they represent that I'm being watched. Do you know what I mean? Because these people, they already look. They're writing me in the email. They're watching my live streams. They know about my mowing lawn. What does double OP mean? I don't know that. The text in itself doesn't mean anything, but it implies it. So the text is not the important part. The message is not important. The implication that the message represents is the important thing because it represents that I am being watched by these people. Sí, güey, estoy exponiendo a los acosadores y cómo es que el texto representa, no, que el texto, los mensajes en sí no representan nada, sino, sino que es la implicación en los mensajes. So German says, just seems there would be so many more creepy things to say, but I guess he got the point across. Yeah. So that's the point. That's the point. And and that's simply how it is. And look, so notice, look, I'm going to show you some of the accusations. So you guys get this, right? So there's an implication that these people can watch my things. You know what I mean? And they pretty much they know what I'm doing because they're watching. You know what I mean? And look, I learned how not to care. I learned how not to care because I don't. But when gang stalking is new to you, you feel like everyone is watching everything. So you're not even comfortable using your computer. You're not comfortable using your iPad. You're not comfortable using your phone. Because if you're looking at some adult content, you feel like someone is watching that. And you're cautious on what you do. So look, this is the thing is that this is gang stalking is part of narcissism and sociopathy. It's it's this. It's this the word up here. Because who only a sociopath, a psychopath, a narcissist would invest time trying to make someone lose their mind. Do you know what I mean? They have a like they these people the price of these people is to see me destroyed.
It's just so I'm telling you this because I've seen these people lose it and get mad whenever I'm wearing my Versace belt or whenever I look good, whenever I'm working. You guys know that whenever I'm working doing the live streams, I get all of these accusations. He's on meth. He's on meth. Don't believe anything that he says. He's crazy. You guys have seen the accusations, and I'm gonna show you the screenshots in a little bit. So Gemini is saying it makes you become paranoid sometimes to the point of not even going outside. Yeah, fact, you become isolated. Exactly. Yeah. So look, I'm gonna show you. So look, so this what I just showed you is exactly what I did in the what I talked in the video that I showed you. Hang on. Is what I talk in this video. Gang stalkers are watching you. Are watching you. So look. So so that's exactly what I talk in the video. But look, so gang stalking is something that look, I'm talking about this because this is a lot bigger than you can possibly imagine. So someone is saying he's trans. I saw that a couple of times. So look, gang stalkers have been pushing me. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. So look, this is gonna sound a little bit out there, but look, manipulation works 100% of the time. If you have enough people saying that you're trans, sooner or later you're gonna be your mind is it's gonna do something to your mind, and you're gonna accept it. You're gonna somehow accept it. You are gonna accept it sooner or later. It's only a matter of time. So, um, psychological abuse or psychological manipulation does in effect over time. These people are in the game for the long run. Just know that. So, look, no, I have all of this evidence in this video, the one that I just showed you. So look at so look you become isolated. So let's see. Gastrak is saying, Efren, esos acosadores son mandados por alguien. No, en mi caso creo que sí es así. Todo lo que he visto en este año han sido mandados por alguien. Tengo que hacer eso. A lot of people say he's on drug. Okay, so Gastrak. Efren, esos mandados. Um, Son un grupo de gente que toda la bola tomó la decisión de destruirte. Te vas a romper la cabeza y te vas a volver loco intentando echándole la culpa a alguien. Así que tú despreocúpate de quién es, tú solamente enfócate en seguir adelante y aléjate de cualquier persona que participe en tu operación de acoso grupal organizado. Aunque tengas certeza que te valga madre. Porque al fin de cuentas es un grupo que trabajan juntos, güey. Es un chorro de gente. Así que tú no te preocupes si es alguien, porque te vas a obsesionar con intentar saber quién es y eso te va a volver más loco, güey. So here we have in the chat. Gentleman is saying, a lot of people say he's on drugs and to push people the wrong way. And to not believe him hurting the stream from getting the right people and hurting the stream from getting to the right people with the information you give. Yeah, this is such an eye opener. Sorry you got to. No, no, it's fine. It's fine. But look, so this is so look. You see this, right? But look, it's so much bigger than just me. It's so much bigger than just me, guys. So many people are driven mad, dude. So this harassment over time makes you hear voices. It makes you it turns your mind against you. You're constantly fighting your mind because oh man, look, I'm gonna look. Yes, Nate, exactly. So this is I'm telling you guys because if you guys just happen to have a friend, look, who who just who just happens to all of a sudden um go downhill where they become a drug addict, where they are simply doing things that are so out of character. Look, like me, before all of this happened, dude, I was the face of health and fitness. Like I am a published author. Like I have books in the Amazon store, in the Apple store,
Like I can't even show you. Look, it's right here, dude. I think I put it in PDF. Like this, that's me, guys. Like that's me. That's me on my good on my good times. When I was a fitness professional. It's like I was literally, guys. I freaking literally was the face of health, dude. And look, this all of a sudden, um, somehow I simply became surrounded by people that use substances. People were pushing substances on me, dude. And look, people a lot of times like to hate. Um, no, hang on. People like to hate those who those who look, like I'm gonna show you guys my website. Look, so like this. Oh, it's not here. Well, I'll find it another time. Well, anyways, actually, it's on my YouTube channel. So, like me myself, I have always been obsessed with health, obsessed with my image. I have always been I'm always trying to help people, and I'm always trying to help people become the best version of themselves. That has been my um my modus operandi. I strive to make the lives of people better. Look, like my entire existence is helping people become the best version of themselves. Look, so like this is my website. Like this is all me, guys. Like I edited and I took all of these pictures, guys. Like like I have always been um I have always been I have always strived to become the best version of myself, and always strive to help people become the best version of themselves. That's my passion. Like that's literally, guys, that's always been my passion, to help people become the best version they can possibly be in every single way, shape, and form for the rest of their lives. That's my goal. That's my goal. And I looked it. I looked it. I lived it. Like I was literally. I was always on my tip top shape all the time. And I didn't, like, I was living on television, and I didn't know that I was gonna that I could be hated so much. I didn't know. Yo no sabía que gente me iba a odiar por ser la mejor versión de mí mismo. You know what I mean? I didn't know it was a thing that could be done. So literally, guys, a group of people wanted me to lose so bad that they conspired, dude, to freaking bring me down, dude. And you guys see it. You guys see it on the live stream. Like it's everywhere. Everything I do, it's always it always has these people involved. You guys see it, right? Like you guys see it on the live streams. It's there. And look, I'm gonna show you guys now uh something more. So holiday hitters, let's see. Wow, Efren, todo eso que dijiste es duro, la verdad. Cuando dijiste lo que es un grupo tratando de destrozarte, no es fácil de asimilar esto. Nunca me hubiera imaginado en mi vida. Sí, güey, es algo increíble de creer. Y te juro que una amiga me dijo, she told me, if you tell anyone, no one is going to believe you. Like a friend, dude. A friend literally told me. And the only reason that I spoke to her is because she was a personal training client, and she was paying me like $500 a month, and that was my car payment, and I was living in my car at the time. So that's why I stayed there. As soon as I was done paying my car, I stopped talking to her. I blocked her on every social media. I don't talk to her. But look, and look, and I have the screenshots, dude. So look, this wasn't even, I didn't even want to make this live stream about me. Like I wanted to keep telling you guys this this story. I'm sorry, I totally did not mean to make this about me. So look, so these people, it's something so much bigger than you can possibly imagine. It really is a lot bigger than you can possibly imagine. And YouTube will not put this stream out there. The algorithm just kicks that way because it's an emotion. Yeah, so I'm gonna just like move it. I mean, it's gonna be in the channel for a long time. So, but thank you. Yeah, like I can change. I think I can change the name anytime. So honestly, I cannot even see how many people are on the stream. I really, really can't. So I have no idea if you're saying that because of the number of viewers that are here in the stream. I don't know. But look, so so number one, trans streamer, safe space, LGBT community, gay streamer. Like, notice that we have a lot of people just saying all of these things about me being gay and trans. When oh yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine. But notice, guys, that I'm here and that people literally are always saying that I'm gay, that I'm this, that I'm that. And look, look. Maybe if you didn't behave like a predator, you wouldn't have these problems. Like, not look at these accusations. Like, wouldn't it be disorienting if you had a bunch of people literally accusing you of being a predator? And look, someone here was like, you used to live in your car back then, which is true. Like, people that have hated me, are literally just watching what I do, dude. People that have hated me, dude, and I didn't even know it, dude. So, and look, you have lost it over the years. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that weird? And look, so people literally keep pushing this thing that, and people are you on drugs? You know, and then look, so this person Luan, she said he's on the PDF list in San Diego. Lunar, look up his name in Google San Diego database. You'll see the truth. So do you guys see all of these? He is actually crazy. He is actually crazy. Listen to this crazy singing. I was just literally singing in my live stream, dude. And look, these people literally are trying to turn my mods and try to convince my mods, dude, that I am a PDF file. Like, look, and look, let me tell you something. So, Lunar said, I couldn't find them or something. Look, let me show you. So my mod was like, I didn't find them on the database because I'm not there. And and the harasser, literally it's literally said this. Look, you need to dig deeper into the PDFs and the database. Whenever you tell any of these person that I'm not there, they're gonna be like, you need to look deeper because he's there. So search him up. That's the thing that they're gonna do, guys. Is that they're always gonna be trying to push this story. Search. You didn't look deep enough. It's there. So this is meant to put doubts into your mind of someone. Look, what I found him on Google was a fitness program. If you look me up on Google, you're gonna find me in fitness. You're gonna find me talking about fitness, guys. That's what you're gonna find. But look here, that's the cuffs for little kids. Like, so these people, look, you need to dig deeper into the PDF and police database. Like, so you're never gonna find evidence, but these people want you to have the belief or the suspicion. That's what they want. We usually get 40 to 50 people watching the stream in the first hour, since the stream isn't about push-ups and like goals, and it will perform as well, so I will get a lot of people. Oh yeah, so the stream is gonna be, it's not gonna do well as good as the other ones because of the format. Because with the other format, it's we have people pushing the like button whenever they drop in, and they're always typing. This is a different type of stream. So tomorrow we're still doing stream.
We're still gonna be streaming. I think we're gonna be doing push-ups, but today my body needed a rest. My body needed a rest, but I didn't want to stop streaming. But I wanted to simply um, explain to you guys a lot of the harassment and tell you my situation so that you guys understand how why the harassment is how it is. So so that you simply guys have an idea because I initially started the channel to explain gang stalking. And look, if you don't have the evidence like I've showed you, people are not gonna believe you, dude, because they're gonna think that you're crazy. Because gang stalking literally makes you make the claim, "I'm being followed by people." And look, but notice that here I was told I what I found on Google was a fitness program because that's what I'm known for fitness. So so notice that these people on my stream are working with each other. You need to dig deeper into the PDF and police database. And there's this security. Yeah, but this secure is harassing me on on here too. He is actually crazy. Listen to his crazy singing. So like these people literally work in teams to turn people against you. So you guys see this, right? So and look, Lunar is like really young. I think she's like 13, dude. And she said that she was made uncomfortable by the harassment that I was receiving. She was made uncomfortable by me being harassed. And let's see, look, and like I literally live by a school. And look here, he doesn't live by a school. He's lying. So Luan doesn't know where I live. You know. So it's literally a bunch of people set on turning people against you. It's literally set on turning people against you. Nate, I'm so sorry that you have to see this. I'm so sorry. Thank you for modding for me, dude. Yeah, no. So the harassment would make anyone uncomfortable, dude, because it's sinister things. But this is what you have to understand is that the whole operation is actually sinister. And well, look. So I actually have the evidence, right? And I put it in a video. So look here. Look at what people will put on. Justo me ibas a decir, Efren, justo una amiga me dijo y empezaste a hablar en inglés, ajá, no sé si me vas a decir algo y vas a hacer justo lo que estás explicando. Justo me ibas a decir. No, ¿cómo que te iba a decir algo, güey? No, no, no. Se me fue el rollo. Bueno, lo único que te iba a decir es que no que no te enfoques en descubrir quién es o si está centralizado, porque eso está usado para volverte loco, güey. Todo eso tiene el propósito de volverte loco. So, look, guys, I feel like this is like a stream for the mods. Hey, guys. Guys, if I made more money, I would totally send you guys gift cards or something. I swear. But I'm sorry, I'm broke as hell. As soon as I make money, I promise you guys, we're gonna start. I'm gonna I'm gonna I don't know, help you guys one way or another. Well, if you guys have any questions about fitness, just know that I'm actually a professional. Even though I act stupid on the live stream, just know that I'm a professional. And if you guys want any advice or you guys want any type of if you guys have any questions in regards to fitness in any way, shape, or form, just know that I'm here. You guys can count on me to give you guys the right advice in regards to being in your best shape ever. Like right now, I'm not in my best shape ever because as of now, this whole gang stalking thing literally made me lose everything. It made me lose everything, and then
My house was robbed by my brother apparently, and I lost everything. Everything I lost, freaking everything, guys. Everything that I had built, I lost it. Like for you, I just didn't lose my mentality, but that's why I'm going to school now. I can't say what for, but just know that I'm going to school, hopefully in January. So look, so notice that what I'm. Oh, it's cool. So guys, notice that what I'm here is we're talking about is about gang stalking. But look, when you guys look here at the information, notice that people are talking. Look, read this. Look, I'm gonna get some water, and read what it says here. Read what's on the screen. Just can you read this, guys, and tell me what you think about it. Just read that. Travel time. Does that make sense to you guys? Does it make any sense? So it's a spyware Pegasus they're using. Cops monitor you from their police vehicles. Police have a lot of downtime when they are doing nothing, just sitting in cars. To pass the time, they monitor you from their cars. Pegasus accesses microphone on the phone, tablet, or computer and can be used to listen in. Camera is also accessed as well as files. Phone Pegasus is a well-known spyware that does these things. The US version is Phantom, maybe charged again. Like how they are spying you would take no sense. Exactly. So look, let's look what Pegasus is. So Pegasus spyware is one of the most sophisticated but also controversial versions of surveillance technologies that gathers data from a device without the user's knowledge. Pegasus creator NSO Group claims that spyware was originally designed to track criminals and terrorists. So imagine, guys, if I would believe that someone is using military grade software to spy what I'm doing. Imagine if I would believe this. Like imagine if I would believe this. If I would believe this, would I appear paranoid to people? Oh, the government is watching what I do. Um, like I mean, they're using some type of spyware. Look, but look, if I would look, it took me also like Vasquez. I got over this. I got over the harassment and the spying because what are they gonna do about it? I'm not doing anything illegal. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. You know what I mean? Like I have my secrets, but so does every adult. You know what I mean? So like I have to learn to not care if anyone is watching if anyone is keeping track of me. I had to kn- I had to learn how to not care because I would be psychologically destroyed. I, I would. I would be freaking out using my devices. And look, I'm gonna show you something really, really interesting.
Look, these possibilities, believing, being scared of these things causes. Here we go. This literally. Let me show you this. View. Hang on. Look. So this opens. Do you have supporters, families that enjoy who you're being? Oh, thank you. So look, this is look. So believing these things, guys, will literally open you to fall for scams. Look. So look, someone tried to scam me, dude. I'm gonna read it to you because the freaking contrast sucks. Let me see if I can get it in white. It's not here. Okay, look, I'm gonna read this to you. And thank you, Lex Vasquez. Thank you, thank you. So look, I'm gonna read this to you guys, and this is what it says. It says, someone sent me this email, all right? And it said the following. Hello, pervert. What? I've sent this message from your iCloud email, which was it even true? I didn't even test if that was true. Was I? Was it sent to my parents? I don't know. And but look, it wasn't. It was actually sent by via this email. So this is a lie. But listen what it says. And it says, I want to inform you about a very bad situation for you. However, you can benefit from it if you act wisely. Have you heard of Pegasus? So notice that the whole Pegasus thing is kind of like getting it's tying together. You know what I mean? And it says, this is a spyware program that installs on computers and smartphones and allows hackers to monitor the activity of device owners. It provides access to your webcam, messages, emails, call records, etc. It works well on Android, OS, and Windows. I guess you already figured out where I'm getting at. It's been a few months since I installed on all your devices because you were not quite choosy about what links to click on the internet. During this period, I learned about all aspects of your private life, but one is of special significance to me. I've recorded many videos of you jerking off to highly controversial porn videos. Like, no, I'm giving the questionable genre is almost always the same. I can conclude that you have sick perversions. I doubt you'd want your friends, family, and co-workers to know about it. However, I can do it in a few clicks. Every number in your contact list will suddenly receive these videos on WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram, and Facebook, on email, everywhere. It's going to be a tsunami that will sweep away everything in its path, and first of all, your former life. Don't think of yourself as an innocent victim. No one knows where your perversions might lead you in the future. So consider this kind of a deserved punishment to stop you. I'm sure I'm some kind of God who sees everything. However, don't panic. As we know, God is merciful and forgiving, and so do I. That's actually not written right. It should say, so am I. But my mercy is not free.
transfer $1,200 you to my life Litecoin wallet, and here's the number. Once I receive confirmation of the transaction, I will permanently delete all videos compromising you, uninstall Pegasus from all your devices, and disappear from your life. You can be sure my benefit is only money. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing to you, but destroy your life without a word in a second. I'll be notified when you open my email, and from that moment, you have exactly 48 hours to send the money. If cryptocurrencies are uncharted waters for you, don't worry, it's very simple. Just Google crypto exchange, buy Litecoin, and then it will be no harder than buying some useless stuff from Amazon. I strongly warn your I strongly warn you against the following. Do not reply to this email I've sent to your iCloud email. Do not contact the police. I have access to all your devices, and as soon as I found out you ran to the cops, videos will be published. Don't try to reset or destroy your devices. As I mentioned above, I am monitoring all your activity, so you have to agree to my terms of the video or the videos are published. Also, don't forget that cryptocurrencies are anonymous, so it's impossible to identify me using the provided address. Good luck, my perverted friend. I hope that this is the last time we hear from each other. And some friendly advice from now on, don't be so careless about your online security. Isn't that insane? So this is what I wrote. Ha 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 ha. Do whatever you want. I don't care. Laugh out loud. And guess what happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Push, push, push. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. But yeah, so when you're being gang stalked, you will believe the crazy stories that the government is after you because these people create evidence that it's true. So they really try to act like you're going to be scary enough to send money. You're stupid. They're stupid. They should send you money for watching you. For real. So people that experience gang stalking are bound to believe these stories about the software because at some point someone monitored what I was doing online. So, but the truth is that uh, in gang stalking, people only do things here and there to convince you, the target, that this is happening. But but look, people believe these stories, dude. Why? Because a large group of people are saying they are true. The whole technology thing. So gang stalking literally makes people stupid because it makes the impossible possible. So you start if you go on gang stalking, you believe that people believe that they're followed by the government. You believe that they have access to your thoughts. You believe all of these crazy things. And this is why people that experience gang stalking claim all of these crazy, outrageous stories. Because gang stalking is it is outrageous enough to open the gateways for you to believe that all of these other things are true. So yeah, that's so in the end, guys, just know that there is power in numbers of people. Yeah, so gang stalking makes people paranoid and do stuff impulsively. Yeah, guys. And look, enough people have called me drug addict, dude. And look, this is the thing is that people don't only call you drug addict, but but people actively push drugs onto you to keep you a drug addict. People push substances. People use immoral acts on you so that you keep messing your mind up so that you do not find the exit. So I experienced this, guys, and this is why I tell you guys to not use substances, to not do anything that can possibly distort your perception of reality. Because if you do start taking substances, even weed, guys, you are gonna you're opening the gateways to something that can profoundly impact your life and destroy you. And you're not gonna understand what's happening because you're gonna be too busy being fucked up. You know what I mean? And that's one of the things, that's one of the mistakes that I did, guys, is that I didn't understand that drugs and people that use drugs are pretty much are you can consider them demonized people, or people that at least who use drugs as a part of their lifestyle. You know what I mean? So that's why I keep telling you guys, please take care of your mind. Don't risk, don't mess up your mind. Just don't. It's not worth it. And look, I'm not telling you to not try like a pill, like even as much as it would be idealistic to assume that no one would do that, and that would be the better how do you say, that would be the better option to not give in into any of these substance abuse for the sake of curiosity. And look, I'm not here to glamorize anything, and I don't want to open the gateways or to make you curious about that. But the best thing that you can do is stay clear from that and drink really conservatively, or don't at all. But don't get drunk to the point where you simply don't where you lose control of yourself. Losing control of yourself with any type of substance, including alcohol, is something that will lead you to trouble. People literally become crazy because 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 they allow substances and people to distort the reality to the point where they became permanently messed up in the head. So please understand, guys, that any substance abuse, any substance will make you lose control of who you are, and will distort your perception of reality. The changes in your brain that drugs cause, it's something that is so intense that it cuts you from the reality. So you start focusing more, you enjoy the high, but you forget your problems. And the bad thing about forgetting your problems is that if you forget your problems, you are not going to be able to deal with them or to solve them. And if you do drugs for a really long time, just like everything, problems get worse if you don't address them. And using a type of escapism for too long will make you marinate in your problems, and there will be a point where you are so into escaping your problems that you're going to prefer to not deal with your problems. You're going to prefer to keep getting high, and that is going to lead you to a path of self-destruction. So in the end, it is never a good thing to not. It's never a good thing to escape from your problems to the extent where you forget about them completely, where you become totally stupefied, and next thing you know, you become an alcoholic or a drug addict, and you are simply letting your problems get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Does that make sense, you guys? I hope that makes sense. Um,
is there anything else that you guys want to talk about? And anything that you guys, any questions about anything that you guys might have? Um, copyright strikes. Oh yeah. Do you have any workout tips for people to lose weight quickly? Look, not quickly, but but yes, but yes, permanently. So, Lex Vasquez is saying, I've seen a guy wait for someone to become intoxicated before trying to talk to her. I pretended to be her friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Oh no, you're welcome. So look, you guys, look. Let's talk a little bit about. But yeah, it's so that's sociopathic behavior. That's literal sociopathic behavior, guys. So look, let's talk a little bit. Where is it? I haven't talked about this in a while. Do you guys want a lesson on how to lose body fat? Yeah. Okay. So look, let me just change it here. Mm. Okay. Look. So first, we're gonna start with the following. Uh, okay. Look. So first, please understand that I'm a fitness professional, and what I'm about to tell you guys is not a replacement for a professional nutritionist. All right. So please understand this. Hey, hey guys, hey, dude, I still can't believe that there's so much. Is it muscle? I think it's muscle, guys. Guys, they're sore. They're muscle, guys, because when I squeeze them, they don't shake. Hey, but they just look like they're fat. Okay, so look, so just know, so this is not meant to replace advice from a nutritionist, but because that's out of my scope of practice, slurp slurp. Because that's out of my scope of practice, but I can give you guys guidelines that are meant to be helpful, yeah? So that's what we're gonna get. So first of all, fat loss takes place with through a caloric deficit. And caloric deficits pretty much mean that you use more energy than you consume. So, eh, does any of you guys wanna get um your your total caloric expenditure? I was waiting for that. Hey, hey. Do you guys want to get your total caloric expenditure? Look, I'm gonna show you guys like if I was doing it for me. So, if look, I'm a fitness professional, and all of my tools for clients are from the agency through where I got certified from. So look, um,
So look, you guys can just type in NASM on the internet and then just type caloric expenditure calculator. And here you put in the information about you. So for example, it's gonna be right now. Let me weigh myself. Hang on. So I weighed. I think 176 was the last time I weighed myself. Oh my God, I'm 179. I gained weight. Once, guys, I'm 179. Oh my God, almost 180. Okay, so caloric expenditure is how many calories you burn naturally. Look, so that's what it means. So look, so wait, I'm 180 right now. 180, 100, 179 pounds. 179, and then 5 feet 9 inches. Male, and I'm 39. So now we're gonna go here. We're gonna start. Oh, client's name. So do you guys want me to do yours? Do you want me to do yours? Like who wants me to do theirs? Like let's. So I already know mine. Well, I don't know mine, but I'm not worrying about it right now because I'm not trying to lose fat. I'm trying to get bigger. But does anyone here? Can anyone here tell me? So tell me your name so I can make this a report and I can probably email it to you. Okay, so Nate. Okay, so let's do Nate. So Nate is your name. And how much do you weigh, Nate? Do you know? Do you have a scale at your house? I'm getting hungry. I can do either of you guys. Okay, so Nate is gonna weigh himself. So I'm gonna look at your picture, Nate, because I don't know how you look. Oh, hey Lex. Hello. Now I know how you look. I hope you're doing well. You look like you're in shape, Lex. I feel like I feel so much better. I feel so good doing this for you guys. Like the whole thing with the fat loss. Like I feel like I'm coming back to my roots. I haven't done this for anyone in a really long time. And it makes me really happy. We're chatting, but it's getting to you slow. We're chatting, but it's getting to you slow. I don't understand what you mean, Lex. Okay, so Nate is 162.6, 162.6. Okay, and how tall are you, Nate? Nate? 5'5", so you're 5'5". 5'5". You're male, and how you said how old are you? You're 12. Dude, you're so young.
So, what is your lifestyle? So, how would you describe your lifestyle? Sedentary, little to no exercise, lightly active. It's light exercise 1 to 3 times a week. Moderately active, exercise 3 to 5 days. Very active, exercise 6 to 7 days a week. Or extremely active, hard exercise and work and physical job. My waist is a little thick. I'm tall and I weigh 185. I'm 42 and 500. And yes, that pic is. I love Korean. Oh, that's fun. Yay. That's cool. Oh, but it's slow. I see what you mean now, but it's slow. Yeah, your skin looks amazing. It looks freaking amazing. Very active, so very active. Okay, so look, goal weight. Native wants to reach their goal weight of 0 pound. And if you're want to, your weight seems perfect, dude. Like, do you want abs or what is it that you want? Like, like for 12 years old, you're 4 inches shorter than me. You're not. It's like you're not fat, dude. Are you trying to get like solid abs, or because it sounds like you're trying to like. It sounds like you feel that you're fat, but your numbers tell me that you're fine. You have a belly. Okay, so if you're 162, so let's say that you want to lose. So I would think that you were gonna lose like. So I think you should start with like losing like maybe 10 pounds, like 150, yeah? Because it doesn't sound so like, so let's say that you like 150, you look amazing, and then an ab shoot. Hey, 150. So let's do 150. If you're 162, I think 150 is a good goal to start. And I just made like a random goal weight. So look, I'm just so look, for you, so for you to reach 150 pounds in November, by June, you would need to be eating about 2,700 calories every day. And that is if your level of activity doesn't change. You know what I mean? I would shoot for 2,500 calories to meet the goal. You know what I mean? But like right now, so the TDAA is the estimation of how much calories you burn right now with your level of activity. So yeah, we'll do you. So like right now you are doing 2,900 calories, around 2,900 calories. So you're gonna have to do around 2,700 calories. And so I'm gonna do next legs before I continue here. Yeah. So can I send this? Oh, here. So I'm gonna share this with you. So or you can write this down. Write down the calories, the 27, 2957, and the 27. But look, if you want to lose the weight faster, you can. Oh, did I fuck it up? Ah, shoot. Did you get the numbers? Well, you can scroll back on the live stream. So Nate, you can go back on the live stream, and then it's recorded on the screen. We got it on the screen. I accidentally got out of it. So your numbers. So you were 2900. So Nate, I'm gonna tag them here. So your numbers for typical was burn calories daily caloric intake was around 2900 calories. 20 it was 2957. 29 it was 2957 calories. And so to lose the amount of weight that you wanted to get to 250 in the 8 months, to 150 in the 8 months, you had to take 2700 calories in 8 months. So estamos en diciembre, enero, febrero, in 8 months. In 8 months. So if you wanted to lose it in less, you lower the calorie intake, but never lower your calories before never. So if if you wanted to lose the weight faster, you could do like 2500 calories. And you would be losing like another you would get to the weight like in 7 months or 6 months. And just know that the weight, so don't rush it. You have a long life ahead of you. Don't rush it. Take your time. So now we're gonna be doing legs. So here we go. So legs, and legs weighs 185, and she is 5'9", 5 feet, over the same height, 9 inches. Female, and she is 42. And we're gonna cover a little bit more here. So, Lex, how do you consider your current activity level? While we get that answer from Lex, I'm gonna get something to eat. Yeah, I'm gonna prepare some dinner. Hang on, I'll be right back. It'll be quick. And I must confess that my big fat ass is killing me now. Don't you know I'm so freaking fat? And you will be here, and I'm freaking fat. And chicken tenders 30 more times. My big fat eye is killing me. And I must confess. I'm freaking fat. I'm freaking fat. When I'm not eating, I lose my mind. Give me some fries. Chicken tenders 1,000 more times. Don't you know I'm still hungry? And you will be here and give me some fries. Chicken tenders 1,000 more times. My big fat pussy is killing me. And I must confess, I'm freaking fat. I'm freaking fat. When I'm not eating, I lose my mind. Give me some fries. Hey. Hey, Lexi. Okay, so we got active. So you have to be honest, yeah? So you're like moderately active? Like moderate, this one? Yeah, dude, this live stream is dead. Oh my God, dude. I need to be disciplined with my workout, so I'm also my body ready, slim, nice, thick at the same time. I can be like someone I know eating pork skin, not shit. That's funny. It's like we're not even having the perpetrators here. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to having people like harass me, and we don't even have them. It's such a mellow Saturday. And like for real, it's so freaking mellow. So moderate. Okay. So here we go. We have moderate, moderately active, and if you're 185, so summer that would be in like 8 months. That doesn't sound bad. 6 months. So let's do. Do you want to do like 175? Does 175 sound good? Like 10 pounds sounds really good in 6 months. It sounds doable. Very doable. But we can definitely do that because it's not gonna be super intense. Like that's the right way to do fat loss. It's control your behavior. So so right now, let's no like every day, your total caloric expenditure here is 2,400 calories. So to maintain your current body weight, this is what you have to keep eating. the amount of calories, and for you to get to your goal weight. No. Do you remember the number? Do you guys remember the number? I can do it again. What happened? It's 185, 59, female, 42, I think. Yeah, 42, 49, and it was moderate. It was 175. Here we go. I got it. So here we go. So for you to reach the goal, you have to consume around 2,200 calories every day. So we created a deficit for you of 200 calories every day. So if you consume 200 calories less every day, you're gonna be able to get rid of it, and by July, and a 200 calorie deficit is easy. You can totally do that. Mm. So this is your number, 229. We already got it. And okay, so here we go. So this is the fat loss. Look, so all of the nutrients go inside, and if they stay in, they add to the people because we keep eating, right? But and these calories come out via different pathways, such as the resting metabolic rate, which is your metabolism when you're not doing anything. The physical activity level. The physical activity level is what you do every day: walking, running, working, any type of activity. And the thermic effect of feeding is that your body needs to use a certain amount of calories to digest the food. Like like processing food takes energy. So that also counts. That also counts as, I think it's like about 20%. 20% of protein. 20% of protein, of the calories in protein is used to digest it. So so this is what adds to the caloric expenditure. Okay, so this is the total caloric expenditure. So the resting metabolic rate plus the physical activity level plus the thermic effect of food is the total caloric expenditure. And the carbs, proteins, fats, and alcohol, though, that is the total calorie intake. Does that make sense, you guys? Type yes in the chat if it makes sense. Does that include workout every day? So yeah, so the caloric expenditure, the physical activity level, that includes the workout. Yeah. So we're moving on. The purpose of exercise is to burn calories, to increase the caloric expenditure every day, and it also creates an optimal internal environment that promotes fat loss and lean body mass maintenance. So it's just maintenance and not gain, because it's difficult to gain mass while you are not eating, where you're eating less calories. Mm. Lex Flex is saying, so I cut alcohol and energy drinks. That makes sense. So you don't have to cut energy drinks if they don't have sugar.
Caloric energy drinks can actually increase your metabolism rate because your heart rate beats faster. So your metabolism is heightened a little bit. And alcohol is just empty calories. It's gonna go straight to your fat. It's gonna go straight to your fat. So look here. This is for a 40-year-old female that is 170 pounds. Mm. You burn calories when you're sleeping, when you're watching TV, when you're playing a game, when you're cooking, when you're doing housework, when you're walking, when you're doing Pilates, power yoga, heavy weightlifting, and Zumba. Like these are possible ways that you can help burn more calories throughout your day. So in the end, what the hell are net calories burned? I haven't heard that term. Hang on. Give me a second. Okay. So the net calories burned is pretty much the calories that you burn on top of the calories burned on your resting metabolic rate. So this one, so the physical level of activity is above is it's adding more to the calories that you burn every day. Now you have to understand that people celebrate with food. And look at all of the holidays that we have. We have birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, graduations, sporting events, parties. We celebrate with food. And it's something that you have to understand is that you have to be aware that there are preparations that you need to make if you want to make sure to really lower if you really want to lower your caloric intake, like if you really want to reach your goal, you have to understand that there's going to be times where it's going to be harder for you to keep your diet on point because we're going to have some obstacles such as the celebrations of food. Is this your instruction slasher? Yeah. So understand that taking on such a journey will come with some setbacks that you have to prepare for. And look, this is typically what happens with people. Look, people typically are not prepared to take on fat loss because they don't understand that there are so many factors that impact how many calories you eat, such as like going out drinking, hanging out with your friends, like ordering chicken wings. A lot of those things can impact how you take care of your body and the things that you intake. And it works in a cycle. Most of the people experience this every year. So they have a holiday party coming up. They have cravings because of the holiday. This is interesting. This is funny because this is exactly what's happening around this time of the year. And then people say, I'm never going to be able to survive all of these events. And a lot of people, they simply just give in. And then frustration, anger, and guilt comes in. And guess what? They give up throughout all of the holiday season and they start up until the next year again. They try it until the next year. And it is something that happens. But notice how many. Okay, Nate, take care. Notice how many celebrations happen every day or throughout the year. If you give in throughout all of these celebrations,
something is you're not never going to reach your goal. So you have to understand that reaching this goal. Thank you so much for being here, Nate, and for moderating. Understand that you have to have this in mind before you even decide to start. And what is the solution? So the solution is that it has different components. Um, there are different components that impact your behaviors and your actions, and you have to develop strategies to counteract these things that influence your behavior. For example, we're going to start with thought strategies. So thought strategies are the following: positive coping statements. I am able to stick to other plans, so I can't stick to this meal plan. There's times where we prove to ourselves that we can stick to a plan, that we can stick to let's say that we decide to actually come through with, how do you say, with a celebration that you have to plan, or something that takes a lot of work. So a meal plan is no different. A plan of consuming less calories is no different. You simply have to take the plan with seriousness, and that includes knowing that just like any plan, there's going to be obstacles that you need to accomplish before before you reach the goal. You're always going to have, I mean, you're always going to have obstacles that you need to conquer before you can accomplish the goal. And let's continue with thought reframing. Thought reframing is the holidays are coming up, which means it's a perfect time for me to save money and eat out less. Instead of believing that oh, the holidays are coming, it's the one time of the year where I can splurge. Instead of looking at it as a splurging season, you look at it as a season to save money, which means to give in less to the cravings. So that is called thought reframing, where you have to reframe what is, where you have to reframe how you see the world in order for you to create a positive psychological environment where you can actually stick to your plan. Instead of thinking of the holidays of times where you splurge, you think of the holidays as a time to save money. So you eat out less. So you spend less eating things that work against your goals in regards to fat loss. Also, you have to have thoughts in your mind that perpetuate and that push forward your fitness goals. For example, if I bring awareness to what I eat today, I am gonna be able to, how do you say, you're gonna be able to keep your goals in mind. No, thought reframing is an amazing tool. So let me try to explain this to you in a better way. If you bring more awareness to what you eat, you are gonna have more control because there's times where a lot of us eat mindlessly. Eating mindlessly, such as sitting down and grabbing a whole bag of chips or popcorn or with ranch or whatever. Eating mindlessly and not paying attention to what you eat will steer you away from reaching your goals. So you have to have these thought strategies. If I bring more awareness to what I eat, if I boost my energy level with exercise today, with exercise, you have to think differently. You have to instead of thinking, oh, exercise, ugh, it's tiring, I'm gonna get sweaty. You think of it boosting your energy level through exercise. And you have to keep your mind busy with thoughts of you losing the weight, getting fit, and then how your life is going to be different when you reach that goal. Now,
Mm. This is really important because social influences will severely impact your outcomes in anything that you do. You want to make sure that the people around you know how important these goals are to you. And friends should be encouraging. Real friends should be encouraging. If your friends know that you're trying to reach to a goal weight, your friends should not do things that will sabotage you. Any type of goal is a good place to find out who your real friends are, because if you tell a friend would should want you to be successful. No one should want you to, or at least no one that calls themselves your friend should want you to fail any endeavor. So you communicate with your social influences, with your friends, family, the people that you frequent the most, the why this goal is important to you, and it should they should help you stay on track. Additionally, you can try to influence others. You can create a walking group. You can work out with friends. I like to call those gym dates. Or you can create teams with clients who have similar goals. Well, that's for me, actually. That's for me. Never, don't disregard that. So, oh, thank you, Nate. Cool. So, social activities are amazing because you get to engage with other people that also have the same goal with you. It adds an exhilarating social dimension to losing weight. It's not anymore a weight loss journey that you do on your own, but you have people that encourage you to keep going to that goal. So it's like if you miss a workout session and your friends in the same group are gonna be like, why didn't you make it to the workout session yesterday? I was waiting for you. You're supposed to be here, and you guys use each other to push to to grow up, not to grow up, but to glow up. And let's see. So social, you can make just like how sporting events are a good way of socializing and eating food that is going to increase your belly. Fitness can also be social, where you can make friends with the people that go to the gym. You can be like, oh hey, let's go have a workout together. Let's go have a gym date, or let's go to a class, to a soul cycle class. That can be social. It can be just as fun, or if not more. I think it's more fun to have like a workout with a group of friends that can be just as fun as watching a some type of sport and eat a bunch of junk food. So making having strategies to help you make your fitness journey something more social is something that is going to help you significantly because you're not going to feel alone in your journey to fitness. Hey, gentlemen, welcome. Hey, hey. So, here are some examples of support groups. And look here, limit exposure to people who are negative influences. Even this fitness fat loss presentation mentions limiting yourself to people who have negative influences. People that have like they're even here that they're stated because they can really have a very negative impact into your life choices, including your fitness decisions. So
uh, going with a support group can be fun. Like just like there are support groups for people to get out of an addiction, there are support groups for people who are trying to lose weight. Find supportive people and limit your exposure to negative influences. That is one of the most important aspects that you have to understand is that limiting yourself limiting your exposure to negative influences is crucial. Now, we're moving on. Engaging in behaviors that stimulate positive sense. I haven't read this in forever, just FYI. So, one of the things that you can do that I personally enjoy, if when I'm training a client, I use a measuring tape to measure a lot of measurements from the client, and and every month the client gets a positive reinforcement in regards to their fat loss. So these are you can make small short-term goals. So once you crush the numbers that we just did earlier in the live stream, you tell yourself, well, I should be losing 1 pound, 2 pounds per month, or whatever, or 3 pounds. So that's the goal, and that you have the goal, and if since the goals are every month, we're gonna see it. Aside from that, I also like to personally check body fat. I actually have an ultrasound body fat tester, and I also have I use a measuring tape, and we use a scale and a bioelectric impedance body fat sensor thingy that I use. So those you get tiny rewards from your improvement. Additionally, you have to keep in your mind a very lively image of how you are going to feel when you reach that fitness goal. And one of the strategies for me as a fitness professional is to have a client write a future testimonial. And now, so whenever you're falling off track, this is almost like a uh, what is it called when what's that word? Well, I have to give you guys therapy. Like I have to give you guys therapy and how easy it is to cope back. You have to plan how you can get back on track. Lex Vasquez, I do. Right now, the thing is that I've been pushing that business. I've been pushing that business. However, I will. The only reason that I haven't been pushing that business is simply because I right now I'm not. I feel like I'm on a wobble board where I don't feel like I don't have a clear strategy of how to keep making money. I honestly don't. Um, I was I feel like I'm still slightly disoriented by what happened by the events that I mentioned that I aforementioned. But yeah, I'm open to take clients. I am. So in the end, it is about reminding the person about reminding that you're always in control of your actions. It is you who is in control, not the chips. You know what I mean? So you have to use your mind to visualize how to get yourself back in track. And when once you imagine it, it's going to become easier because you lived it already in your mind. Now, when you're working out, you want to make sure to keep exercises effective but not debilitating. That is one mistake that I have. That's one thing that I have done is where my workouts are so intense that the rest of the day I can't do anything. I don't like it But just know that exercise shouldn't be debilitating. It should be energizing. So you should do your workouts, and you should always feel good about them. You shouldn't do the workouts to the point where you cannot do anything the rest of the day. A fitness professional will ensure to push you, but not enough where it impacts your ability to have a productive day. And one of the important things is that you guys have to drink adequate amounts of water. And that is because water will help you eat less, because a lot of the times when we drink water, we confuse hunger with thirst. And you want to eliminate the possibility of intaking unnecessary calories, which is why you drink water first and then you eat. You want to make sure to not be thirsty before you start eating. Nate is saying that's why my mom fasts. Or water fast. Oh yeah, I don't like water fasting. I don't like fasting at all, to be honest. But I do it like on my after the cheat day. I do it. Additionally, you don't want to be starving. It's Losing fat is not about being a martyr. It's about controlling your actions, and it's about having awareness of the environment, of the influences that are outside of you that can impact what you eat, including people and including your immediate environment, such as having chips in the house or things of that sort. Additionally, you have to make sure to sleep like adequately, and you have to exercise to keep appetite at bay. Additionally, you need to have an understanding of nutrition. You have to understand what a a balanced meal is. Do we have a balanced meal here? Oh, here we go. So here is what a balanced meal looks like. Notice here that the protein is a quarter of the meal, fruits, carbs, and vegetables. When you eat, you want to make sure that you have enough vegetables. You fill up with vegetables, and you have some carbs, some fruits, and a lot of protein. So protein is actually a big component. All right. Generally saying, a big help to losing weight is quinoa water. Soak quinoa in water for 10 minutes, and then for taste and drink it. The quinoa has lots of fiber and lots of benefits. Oh, that sounds interesting. Additionally, you can use positive images. Well, I can. So, having a image on your phone's wallpaper of when you look your best, or a physique that you aspire to, is good to have on your photo album in your cell phone, in your iPhone. You have to understand if you're looking at a fat picture of you, or if you're looking at a picture of yourself where you look amazing, which one motivates you more? And once you understand which one of that motivates you more, that's when you can decide what you're going to use as a motivating factor. By the way, when you're weighing yourself, you use pictures, clothing, circumference measurements, the scale to know that you're losing weight, because don't only use one mode of measuring. because there's times where the scale might not show it, but you actually lost inches. There's times where your clothes fit better, but you don't see it in the mirror. So always use as many forms of external of measuring your progress, which is pictures, circumference measurements, clothing, or even assessments. Food journals are one of the best things that exist. The food journal that I like is doing a social media post of what I eat on every meal, and that way I keep track of it. So when you do that, it makes you aware of what you eat, how much you eat, and it can lead to more fat loss compared to you not doing a food journal. So on the, you know, tracking is amazing. Any of the forms of tracking always works. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. So one thing about it is that there are things that having a there are a lot of optical illusions in food. If you serve your plate, if you serve a big plate, is there an example? Well, here there's a good example. So here, so notice that this, if one would look at these shot glasses, one would assume that the shorter one has more. However, the truth is that because the highball glass is thinner, it actually holds less liquid than the tumbler. So understand that the presentation matters. You using smaller plates will help your brain adjust how much food that you're eating. So just understand that what you put that the plate that you put your food on will make a difference. That's why I eat in these tiny bowls. You know what I mean? Uh, Lex Vasquez is saying, yes, I put on pants in my little stomach. Says, you got, yeah, you got jokes. You don't wear this size no more. I'm going to do food. Yeah, so I have a pair of leggings that only look good if I look lean, if I'm lean. So these are like my fitness leggings, and I try them, and they typically only look really good when I'm in really good shape. So whenever you go out, make sure to eat to take use a smaller size of whatever it is that you're eating. Smaller sizes, bigger sizes will make you eat more of what you're already eating. So there was a study in Chicago where people were giving large size popcorn containers, and they ate 45 more popcorn than people who were giving medium sized containers. And this happened even when the popcorn was stale. Even when the popcorn wasn't fresh, they still ate more. Always read measure. It's suggested for you to weight your food or to measure it. So always pay attention to the serving size. The serving size is crucial, all right? Because you can believe that you're eating 150 calories, but then there's six servings in the pack. So then you end up eating 700 calories or 800 calories, and you might not even know it. If you guys want some things that you can download, you can check out mindlesseating.org. There are some downloadable tools that you can get from there. And 54% of Americans aim to finish everything on their plates. Just know that we eat more when they are when the plate is large, but a lot of times we can be equally as full. Additionally, you guys have to avoid overeating.
Eat slowly. Put your fork down after each bite. Don't wash the food down with the drink. You want to make sure to chew the food down. If you need to wash it with a drink, you're either eating too fast or you're eating too much. If you can't swallow with your own saliva, then the bite was too large. So make sure to keep your your bites at a normal size, all right? And when you're almost full is when you need to stop eating. I also read the labels for sugars, and now that's amazing. Good for you. Good for you, Lex. Yeah, so always keep in mind of the added sugars. I personally do not like to eat anything that has anything more than 7 grams of sugar. Now, if you know that you're going to the Cheesecake Factory, I do like ordering a to-go meal immediately, and I like to put half of the meal in a to-go box right away. A lot of restaurants have monstrous meals. Or you can also ask for half of your order in a to-go box. That way it's there. And and also if you are serious about your fat loss journey, you want to make sure to ask to not have the food in front of you, like the food that is meant to fill you up before you get your meal, such as the tortilla chips, the bread and salsa, I mean the tortilla chips and salsa, or the bread with the butter. You want to make sure to really be mindful of what you eat before you eat. So one thing I love, if you guys have ever bought these books, dude, I love these Eat This Not That books. I love. So the Eat This Not That is pretty much when you have a craving for something, it gives you an alternate dish that will fulfill that craving. So when when you are going to go out to eat, there's things that you can do, such as have a to-go pick meal when you go to that restaurant. Because if you know you're gonna go to a restaurant where there are a lot of options, you want to make sure to know what option to eat that will not ostracize you from the group, but because you're not eating, or but you wanna make sure to for it to have the lesser impact in with your friend, with your group of friends. Because when you're eating on a diet, when you're on a diet and everyone around you isn't, you will get emotions of not and you're gonna feel like an outsider. So it's important for you to know what you're gonna eat, especially if you're going out to eat with friends. Instead of mindlessly having like 4 hot dogs, just get like a good high quality hot dog, and something else that will help you get full. Healthy recipes book to read. Healthy recipes. Eat This Not That. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite series of books. They have one every year, and the recipes from that book are amazing. You wanna be an active participant in your success. You wanna take the action that will. You wanna help. You wanna build the lifestyle. So you have to become an active participant in your success. You don't put that onto the trainer. You become, you take action that will make you learn everything to change your entire life. It's a lifestyle change. It's not simply losing fat. I had a client whose his name was Eric Marquez, and he used to drink Red Bulls and Monsters every day. And the first goal that I gave him was to swap out the Monsters and the Red Bulls for sugar-free Red Bulls and the sodas for Coke Zero. He lost 12 pounds in the first month by only changing to low no calorie versions of the products he already was drinking or eating. He made the change like that.
and I didn't do much. That was simply he lost 12 pounds in 1 month by just swapping out his drinks. So finding alternatives for things that you already eat is one of the most easiest ways to get closer to your weight loss goals, because sometimes even a can of soda a day can be adding so much to your physicality, and you might not even be aware of it. So half of it is meant to go home, not in your stomach. It's too much. Exactly right, gentlemen. Most places give huge portions because American culture is to bring leftovers home. If you guys say no, I didn't know that. Thank you for that input. I had no idea. So here's an example of a weight loss strategy, and that is use a smaller plate, 8 inches. Eat slowly, put fork down between bites. Eat the vegetables first. I actually am a strong believer of eating the vegetables first, because you're gonna eat less of the more calorically dense items. Don't drink your calories. Hence the story that I told you about my client who lost 12 pounds in the first month just by swapping out to no calorie drinks. Eat whole foods. You want to make sure that your foods are as less processed as possible. Instead of having cheese whiz, you want to have cheese. You know what I mean? Instead of having waffles, you can make at your home. Like you can get literally just get some oat flour mixed with wheat flour. You can mix it up. You can add chocolate chips. You can add butter instead of margarine, and then you can make those at your home. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that they're whole foods, and you always want to have at least a quarter of your meal to be protein based, to be protein. Look, so this is really important. Look, a lot of the people that are overweight, um, well, that are overweight, it's because they don't know how to not be overweight. And weight loss is a matter of knowing, of being competent. You have to become competent and not being fat. And look, all of the things that we have covered are things that you practice every day that literally build a lifestyle around you. And the more you intake these types of lifestyle changes, you become more competent at being leaner. So unconscious incompetence is when you don't know about nutrition, when you don't know about portion control, when you don't know any of the information that I have given you. It's not a choice because you do not know any better. Um, Conscious incompetence is when you decide that you are gonna be fat because you're not, when you know all the information, but you're not applying it. That is deciding being incompetent at being lean. That is not knowing. I mean, that is knowing and not doing. By the way, this applies with narcissists, with sociopathy. Like most people that get F in the A by narcissists is because they most of us are unconsciously incompetent on understanding how sociopathic people work. So, well, anyways, I'm sorry. So conscious incompetence is when you have decided that you are gonna give in to the cravings, when you are gonna buy the box of cookies, even when you know that having them at your house is risky. Now, conscious, let's ask this thing. I hope to take your weight loss advice, and hopefully one day I can do 50 push-ups at once like you. You will be able to them. It's a matter of practice. You totally can. Hell yeah. Now, conscious competence is when you know and you apply. And so the more you are in phase in stage three, conscious incompetence, you're not changing your lifestyle anymore, but it becomes your lifestyle anymore. And you reach to level 4, which is unconscious competence. And unconscious competence is when you have adopted so much of this information, so much of the thinking of having the motivation, the internal motivation, the staying away from people that are bad influences, that of making choices at the restaurant that you know will help you reach that level of fitness. And if you there's going to be a point where you do that for so long that you will be unconsciously competent to being lean. That's the goal, is to reach phase 4. And you're going to be the longest phases in these in from these two are unconscious incompetence and conscious competence. But there's going to be a point where you have been consciously competent for so long that it's just going to be how you live, how you do your things. You're going to be unconsciously competent at being lean, and that's what you want to get, because that means that if nothing catastrophic happens in your life, you are going to be a lean, mean machine for the rest of your life. So the sooner you adopt these habits, the sooner you make these lifestyle changes and you act on it for the longest, and the longest that you stay on these good habits, there's going to be a point where that's going to be just how you are. It's going to be a part of you. You are going to become someone who is competent and losing weight unconsciously. Does that make sense? So you have to understand that there you can there's a lot of information out there to help you understand nutrition. And they here some I don't so there's some food services here like Eat Diet, Sunfair, MyFitFoods. There's also a lot of recipe books online. And the portion sizes, if you guys wanna live stream about portion sizes, we can have a live stream about that later where I can like make a drawing and show you guys. If you feel like you're too busy to cook, just know that there are services that will provide the food, but they can get kind of pricey, but you can meal prep. And also, you have to make sure to understand the calories. So, supply correct calories. That's what we did with LexMed and Nate, where I give you guys the caloric information and how long it will take for you to reach that goal. If you actually start counting calories, but it is literally a matter of calories in plus calories out. It's that easy. It's the law of thermodynamics. So additionally, your if you are at 150 pounds, and if you were 175 and you got to 150, you have to understand that if you want to lose more, you have to make another change. So you have to recalculate the calories burned. So that's what you do when that happens. You go to the calculator that we used earlier, to this calculator, to the calorie calculator. And if you feel like you're starting to gain weight back, you can restart the food logs and you can just restart those things again. Additionally, there's times where we need a psychological break. So you can have a higher calorie day every 1 to 2 weeks. Then you can have a mental and physical break from working out. And it's better if you plan those days in advance, because if you have a high calorie day, you can plan out to go to the Cheesecake Factory and actually eat all of the food and not work out and just chill. You know what I mean? Like 1 or 2 days, and then you go back on track. But in the beginning, it will feel like it's a chore, but in the end, with practice, it will become part of your lifestyle. That's just going to be who you are. And you might not see it now, but with practice, your habits become your what you're trying to do will become a habit. And working out working out is going to be something that you do, not something that you have to plan for, not something that is not a part of you. Eating in a manner that will help you reach the most lean and sculpted body you have ever had will be will be part of you. You will be unconsciously competent at keeping a lean physique. And planning those days in advance, like if you have a birthday or an important event, that's how you plan. That's how you plan, and you can be like, okay, if I stay on track all of this week, Labor Day weekend, I'm gonna get wasted and I'm gonna drink and I'm gonna eat a bunch of food and I'm not gonna work out. I'm just gonna drink mimosas in the sunset or whatever. You know, that's that's a good plan. I mean, I wouldn't say wasted. I wouldn't get wasted, but you know. So just understand that your daily caloric intake, you have to stay on track of it. Like if you have committed to not eat more to eat 2700 calories instead of 27, just know that every day that you mess up, you're delaying, you're taking away from the future goal. So cheating on a diet by working out more and by working out more, by making up for a bad diet by working out more, it's not gonna work. Where exercise supplements the caloric deficiency. Additionally, um, you have to understand that you're gonna have setbacks. There's gonna be times where you simply in the beginning you're gonna have a lot of setbacks because you're not used to using your brain like that. You're not used to actually using that type of self-restraint. And that's normal. That's normal. And these are powers of your mind that will get developed and they will get stronger the more you practice them. You will start as consciously incompetent at staying lean. But you have to keep trying, and then your mind will know what you're trying to do, and then it's gonna become easier. But it's not gonna start easy. It's gonna be really hard. That's why most people are not walking around with six packs because staying lean and eating the food that you know is going to keep you lean is really hard. So you change your habits. Setbacks are normal, but you want to make sure to minimize them and to bounce back from the setbacks as fast as possible and as soon as possible. All right. And yeah, do you guys have any questions about this? Mm, let's see. Yay or nay? Okay. Well, guys, we are done with the live stream today. Tomorrow, we're still going to be doing push-up challenges, but we're going to be stretching and um, maybe we should just do shoulders and push-up challenges. I think that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. So we're having a live stream tomorrow, guys. And I know this live stream went. It wasn't like the rest of the others, like the other live streams, because it's a different format and because the topics we were all over the place today. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. Hey. Thank you, Lex Vasquez. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Nate, for being here. Hey. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.
Is there a thing of eating too much protein? As long as you're within your caloric range, you're gonna be fine. Personally, I like to eat. Look, I like to eat a lot of protein because 20% of the calories for protein are burned via digesting them. So you have a more thermic effect of digest on digesting food. But I mean, before we like eat well, but you want to. I don't think you can. Honestly, it's really hard to to eat too much protein. So I wouldn't worry about it. Like I honestly, I used to eat. I used to have like 4 protein shakes a day. I mean, two two protein scoop shakes a day. Then I also used to have 4 protein bars a day. Like I've always had a lot of protein, and it's only gonna help you build. But and I used to eat a lot of chicken, so you're not gonna nothing bad is gonna happen if you eat a lot of protein. Just know that you're gonna be fine. It's quite the contrary. Protein is really really good for you. So, Lex, I'm super glad that you feel like I have helped you today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Doing these live streams, especially talking about nutrition, is something that if it makes me happy. Because this is what I love. Like I really really love helping people, and it's where I'm from. Like that's me, guys. And it brought me it brought happiness to my soul. So thank you guys for being here. I love you. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're live streaming tomorrow, and again, we are gonna talk about we're gonna talk about this about oh yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do. I was thinking of stretching, but I think we're gonna do shoulders. Like we're gonna do shoulders and push up challenges. Yeah. Bye guys. I love you. Thank you so much for being here.